One of the coolest things about Super Smash Bros. 2 is character resprites. You take something old, give it a brand new slick coat of paint, and boom, it is a new hot character to play. Of course, not all resprites are the same. They can range from minor aesthetic changes all the way to pretty much entirely new characters, such as Mega Man, who's pretty much an entirely new character. They're not really the same moveset at all. Personally, I think it's really fun to see how much better these characters look visually, as well as the small changes they usually get for their movesets. So in this video, I will be ranking every major SSF2 resprite after version 9A. And specifically, I'm considering a major resprite to be more than just small changes. Since some characters like Lloyd and Goku got small changes over time to make them better, their sprites were pretty much still like the same base, while other resprites have entirely new designed and completely original sprites done. It's something you really don't see in the main Smash games except for between different versions. So from like Smash 4 to Ultimate, we got Breath of the Wild Link and the new Zelda, which is kind of like our equivalent of like resprites. And it will be fairly subjective since it's just my opinion, but I'll try and judge them not just based on their sprites, since I think all the sprites are amazing, but also like their animations, how badly they needed the resprite, and also just their moveset changes, since I think that's pretty important too. So yeah, here goes. Starting at last is Pikachu. While Pikachu is at the bottom of this ranking, I just want to say I don't hate this resprite. I do think it's a good improvement visually. I think the sprite looks more up to date, and the old sprite, when you're looking back at it, yeah, it's a bit dated, but there's not a ton change about these sprites. Like, you can only do so much with Pikachu, in that although the sprite looks better, it still looks a lot like the old sprite, and it's not like a crazy improvement like some of the other ones on this list. So, while Pikachu needed a resprite, you know, it was a good one, but nothing crazy. I will say though, this resprite has some of my favorite animations. I love Pikachu's crawl. That's one of the best things about SSF2. However, the biggest reasoning for me putting Pikachu this low is by far the moveset changes. I don't really like the new Pikachu's moveset, if I'm being honest. The removal of his up air spike, the new back air, which frankly I'm not a big fan of, as well as overall changes to his thunder and quick attack canceling, made me really not enjoy the new Pikachu. However, the sprite's still solid and I like the animations, so it's not a bad resprite. Next is Wario. Okay, Wario's an interesting resprite. I cannot deny that he super badly needed a resprite. Yikes. And I also can't deny that they definitely improved Wario as an overall character, making him much more competitive and not, you know, bottom of the bottom tier like in 9B. But I almost feel like he's kind of lost some of his character. I really loved the old ground pound dare spike from 9B. That was one of my favorite moves in that game. It was so satisfying. It was a risk reward spike and just, it was a great combo finish for Wario. But I do like the resprite. I think it's very good. It has some glorious taunts, and overall fits the game very well. But I guess it just kind of speaks for the other resprites that I consider to be better than this one. So not a bad resprite at all. Very good, but all the other ones I think do it better. At 10 is the Tails resprite, which is probably one of the most controversial ones, mostly for the gameplay changes. I'll tell you what though, I'm very glad they got rid of that old side B. This thing gives me PTSD, but I kind of wish they kept the old up B. The old up B for Tails was great. Overall, I think the new animations are really good. I like his taunts, and I feel like the new Tails just fits SSF2 a little more. The old Tails felt a little out of place. So not really too much to say about the new Tails. You know, it's pretty good. It does the job. Next is Ness, which a lot of people didn't like the sprite originally, but the developers actually went back, took the feedback, and worked very hard on making it a much better sprite. And now I think it is perfect for Ness. This is probably the best we will get for a Ness resprite. I think it's a really good job for the sprite. I don't think his moveset needed a lot of work, so I think it's, you know, a very good, solid thing. But all the resprites above this helped improve characters who had issues. Ness didn't really have any issues. A lot of his buffs came from 9B to Beta, which was the same, you know, like sprite. So I feel like the resprite was a very good visual one, but not too much done for the moveset. Although I will say, compared to a lot of the ones on this list, there's not too much about the Ness one that stands out to me. It's just kind of there, but not bad. Next is the Mega Man one. So the old Mega Man was unique, to say the least. He had a pretty fun on paper idea where he could switch between the different power-ups, just like his game. So you had like the Metal Blade, you had Crash Bomb, and then you had this, the Brick. So the Brick was very fun to fight against, is what I would say if I wanted to lie to my viewers. I hate this move. So yeah, you could say I am pretty glad they got rid of the Brick in the new Mega Man. But I do kind of miss that whole switching power-ups thing. It was a really cool concept. I feel like the new Resprited Mega Man was a really good success in some areas, and then not so much in others. I think the trailer was amazing, His new animations look clean, but I do miss parts of the old Mega Man that made him feel kind of unique, like that old side B and switching between power-ups. And of course, the old Mega Man had one of the most disrespectful taunts in all of Smash. So, was it truly worth giving up this for the Resprite? Yeah, probably. Next is Link, and Link is one of those characters that got resprited from 9A to 9B, and he definitely deserved it. His animations and sprites did not match how his moves should feel or look at all in 9A. Like, even just comparing his neutral air is enough to make me consider this a successful resprite. And don't even get me started on the forward tilt. So this is just a great resprite. Really not a lot for moveset changes besides hitbox changes, so I mean, overall, pretty good I guess. Next is Mario, who just like Link was changed from 9A to 9B, but I kind of think the Mario one was a little bit better than the Link one, partly because I think the 9A Mario sprite felt super out of place. If you look at him, it's like night and day, just the comparison between the two. Like, the 9A Mario is just so weirdly proportioned. His animations and hitboxes look very janky in the air, all of his aerials just don't look right. And also, I'll kind of always love this Mario since it's the first one to introduce cape gliding, which is one of my favorite advanced techs in SSF2. So this resprite gets a bonus for introducing my favorite advanced tech. Alright, getting to the top of the list, we have Kirby's Resprite, which in my opinion is a great Resprite. I didn't really know I wanted this until we got it. Just like the NES Resprite, his moveset is relatively the same with a few changes here and there. But visually, I really enjoyed the new sprite. I think his side B animation is awesome. I like the new down B sprites. I really like the new Kirby hats. Every single one got redone, which is awesome. That's the bonus points for that. So, good Resprite, maybe even above average Resprite. I've said it before and I will say it again, the Resprited Sora is in my opinion the best looking attack animations in the game. His down B alone has probably the slickest animations for attacks in the game. Combine this with his new character portrait, I think Sora might be the most classy looking character in the game. That being said, according to the Sora main that I know who has played 1.2, Sherwood, the Resprited Sora is not perfect. Maybe not that much worse, but definitely a lot different, and notably his dash attack is not as good as it used to be. Personally, I don't mind it that much. I feel like I haven't really lost anything since I didn't play Sora before, so playing the new Sora still feels really fun for me. But I can definitely understand why Sora mains have issues with it, and I think the developers are working to make some changes to it, so since 1.2 is in development, for all we know this might be the best Resprite when it comes out if these things get changed. After Sora is Yoshi. The Yoshi Resprite, in my opinion, is the perfect example of what a Resprite should try and accomplish. The old sprite did not fit in SSF2, it was very outdated. The new one fits perfectly in SSF2, it's great. Just comparing the idle animation, the new Yoshi just feels more like a real character than just a copy-pasted sprite. His moves are way better, his back air killing helps a lot, his neutral air is a fantastic move now, and when you compare it to the old Yoshi, it's just wow. And in my opinion, he's become one of my favorite characters to play in SSF2. He's very fun, and you know what? I highly recommend anyone looking for a main in SSF2 to try Yoshi. I feel like not enough people give him the credit he deserves. Yoshi is pretty fun. At number 2 is Sonic. It really is amazing just how much better he looks, and his reveal trailer in my opinion was extremely hype. I actually really enjoy the moveset changes. I think the sweet new forward air spike is great. I do miss the old down B spike. I know a lot of 9B Sonic players miss that, but I'm willing to trade that off for the forward air. Overall, this is a perfect example of what Macau Games should be trying to do, and they really hit the ball out of the park with this one. I'm very happy with the Sonic Resprite. But of course, at number 1 is Peach, who I would say pretty unarguably has the best Resprite in SSF2 history. If you compare it in terms of animation, visual, and gameplay, I think it is the best Resprite. Honestly, just looking at the sprite alone, it's like seeing one of those before and after drug use pictures. It's just, oh my gosh. She really needed a Resprite, and it was also like the best possible Peach I could have imagined. Very good Resprite. I don't dislike any of the moveset changes. The better down smash is great, the better down throw is amazing. Turn-ups are much stronger in this version, which is probably from engine changes and also just this version of Peach. And I think her taunts are some of the best in the game. So really, Peach is just amazing. Her down smash is much stronger, and some people don't really like that. It's not quite the monstrosity of a move like in Melee, but very good in this game. But yeah, that is about it for this video. I ranked every Resprite, and you know what, if you want to, tell me your favorite Resprite in the comment below. I'd love to see the audience's opinion, since this is a very opinionated video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching.